Good morning. Today we're going to explore one of the biggest unanswered questions about PVEED. If it's producing the effects we've observed in our in-house work, what could possibly be happening? Now, this is not a claim that we have the answer. We don't. Instead, we're going to walk through some established physics and engineering concepts that might give researchers places to look. Let's begin with the materials. PVEED incorporates copper wire, neodymium magnets, nickel-containing components, and crystalline materials. Each of these has well-known properties. Copper conducts. Coils can create inductance. Magnets produce static fields. Nickel responds to magnetic fields. And some crystals have electromechanical behavior depending on type. But none of that automatically means an efficiency effect. So we ask measurable questions. A gasoline engine is an electromagnetic storm. Ignition coils store energy and collapse magnetic fields to generate high voltage discharges. Those discharges form a plasma channel at the spark plug, right next to a compressed fuel-air mixture. That raises a testable question. Could PVEED measurably interact with that environment? Not sure? But instrumentation can tell us. Inductive or capacitive coupling, transient response, frequency content. Resonance is a real phenomenon. If a structure has resonant characteristics, and if those overlap with frequencies in the ignition electrical environment, that is something we can measure. We can put probes and scopes on the system, capture the waveforms, change a variable, and see what changes. Back EMF is also a well-established effect in inductive components. Since ignition coils rely on magnetic field collapse, one reasonable test is whether PVED measurably alters those transients. Again, not a claim, a measurement question. Now, put the pieces together. At the instant of ignition, the cylinder is under compression. The ignition coil fires. A plasma channel forms. Current and fields change rapidly, and PVEED's materials are in that environment. Could multiple small interactions coincide in that moment? Maybe, but maybe isn't data. Ordinary explanations have to be ruled out. Temperature, fuel, ECU adaptation, instrument uncertainty, or test drift. That's why independent control testing is so central. If and only if a repeatable effect is established under those conditions, that's when deeper mechanism studies make sense. Synchronized measurements of cylinder pressure, ignition waveforms, fuel flow, emissions, torque, and power. And component by component experiments can then ask, which variable matters? So the real takeaway here is simple. Crystals, nickel, magnets, and copper all have real physics behind them, but speculation is not evidence. The next step is careful instrumentation, controlled baselines, and independent replication. We don't need to prove a favorite theory. We need to try to disprove the effect with clean experiments. So for now, the message is this. Test it, measure it, challenge it, repeat it. Thank you. Octave 9 Defense Dynamics, LLC, PVEED, Passive Vehicle Electromagnetic Enhancement Device.